All right, so another back-to-back here for the group, first here in Washington. What's the approach for the group going into another tough tilt tonight?
I think just the same mentality that we had the past two games. I think we're playing really well so far, and we just got to keep the momentum going, especially with another back-to-back. It's crucial to have a good game today to kind of carry on the next game.
And over the weekend, a couple of wins, maybe in different ways, a 2-0 game and then a higher scoring game on Sunday. What does it give the group confidence-wise to win different games in different styles this time of the year?
I think everyone's clicking. We're playing a 200-foot game, and that's kind of our identity is to, outwork the other team, and I think we did a good job the past two games, so we have to bring the same energy and the same hard work.
For you individually, I think it was a high season-high time on ice on Saturday's game. Maybe what's your approach in stepping up to maybe an elevated role with Jake out of the lineup, and what's that been like for you over the past 4 games or so?
Yeah, obviously losing a guy like Sandy, it's tough. He logs in a lot of minutes, and he's a special player. But I think it's not just for myself, but I think us as a D-corps, we all have to step up. And it's not doing any fancy plays. I think we just have to keep playing our game and keeping it simple. And I think that's why we've been successful as a group. So I think we all have the same mentality and the same goal. So we just have to keep that going.
Tonight against a Washington team that's also trying to fight back in the standings, a desperate team tonight. What's the approach against that team that's going to be playing desperate as well?
Obviously they're going to be desperate. They're trying to get points as well, and so are we. But I think at the end of the day, it's who can outwork the other team, and we have to come out hard in the first period to kind of adjust to their intensity and the being at their home barn. So. Hopefully we can match that and kind of take over as the game goes on.
Another back-to-back here, getting ready for this during this week. What's the approach for the group going into yet another back-to-back here after the week?
Yeah, we're just focused on the first game right now and getting the job done in that one. So, it's just all about coming out and doing what we can to win the first game.
2 different types of games over the weekend, 2-0 win and then a 7-4 win. Different offense coming in the second game, maybe not as much in the first, but how much confidence does it give the group to be able to win different types of games against good teams?
Yeah, we have lots of confidence. We know how good of a team we are, and we know that we can play a really good defensive game, but we can also score goals too. So we're just really confident in our game.
Overall, all 4 lines have been continuing to progress and have success over the stretch. What's been the key to finding that consistency?
Yeah, we're just playing with desperation right now. We know how much every point matters, and we're all bought into playing the same way and doing whatever it takes to win. So just got to keep that going.
Tonight against Washington, also a desperate team, like you say. What's the key going in against a group that's looking to battle their way back in the standings as well?
Yeah, we can't give them anything. We got to come out flying, and right from puck drop, we got to be ready to go and bring it our all. We know they're obviously a desperate team as well, so we can't give them any life.
Perfect. So another back-to-back getting geared up this over the week here. What's the approach going into tonight's game, again, back in Washington?
Fun opportunity for us to try to make some ground. We're going to play a team that's in that race too, so they're going to be hungry, and we have to match that and be excited about that opportunity. And, back-to-back is just lots of games. That's what you want as a player, the more the better. Yeah.
You get 2 wins on the back-to-back over the weekend, maybe different types of wins, 2-0 and then 7-4. What confidence maybe does it give the group to be able to win games like that in different ways?
Yeah, I think it's huge. I think good teams are able to play different styles of games, whatever is needed on that day. Some days you might need to score more because for whatever reason you're letting in a few more, and if you have that capability like we had, to score more than 3 or 4 if it's needed. We have that within our team, so it gives us confidence that we can play different styles of game, and we're going to need that down the stretch.
Nice. Another desperate team as well in Washington, kind of like you said. What's the approach and mindset for this group also trying to fight you guys' way back in the standings?
Well, yeah, every team that's in that chasing a playoff spot, they're fighting for their lives, and every game is crucial. We're getting closer to the end. Every point matters, especially when you're playing same conference. It's like 4-point games, So we got to be excited and hungry for the opportunity tonight.
last year was your second tenure with the Caps. What's it like just coming back into this building with all the memories you've made with that goal in the Stanley Cup, hoisting the Stanley Cup and being the first player from Denmark to come out victorious in a Stanley Cup matchup?
Yeah, it certainly adds an extra element, and always it comes with some emotions and feelings from experiences that'll never leave you as a player. So many good memories and things happened here for the city, for the team, for me. Nothing but good and great moments. So I always love coming here. It's one of the best buildings to play in. There's always a sellout. Good energy, good atmosphere, and that's what you want as a player, whether you play for the Caps or you're coming in town as a visitor.
What can you say about some of the core members from that Stanley Cup run? Like obviously OV, Tom Wilson. I know John Carlson was recently traded, but I'm sure they played a big part in your career as well.
Yeah, those are friends and people you keep staying in touch with, and we all, some were here for longer, but we were all here for a long time, me included. So, and you go through a lot of ups and downs together, and at one point there we reached the ultimate goal. So that creates, I think, certainly a special bond with those players you had that experience with. So like I said, nothing but good memories, and I always look forward to seeing those guys when I get a chance and chat with them and hang out. So there's nothing but good times and good memories.
Travis, will start off with any changes to your lineup going into
No, same lineup. Linus will go in net.
And coming off of back-to-back wins on the weekend, 2-0 and 7-4, different types of wins. What confidence does it give you to see the group winning in different ways this time of year?
Yeah, I mean, it might have been a different score, but I wouldn't necessarily say different types of wins. I thought both games we played well on both ends of the puck, but two big wins.
And going into tonight's game against a Washington team that's a few points back of you, what's the approach mindset going into another back-to-back?
Our approach isn't really changing. We're going to play a desperate team. Our desperation level needs to be high as well.
What can you say about Jacob Chychrun and his growth as a defenseman? Because he's up there for most goals by a defenseman this season.
Yeah, he's a good player. Obviously, I never had the opportunity to coach him, but definitely one of the more prolific defensemen in the league.